Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Murray. Welcome to today's edition of 5 Talk Street. Kidney disease. It is on the rise, specifically right here in North Texas, and you or someone you love could be at risk. Joining me today is Mark Edwards. He is the Director of Programs serving Texas for the National Kidney Foundation. Mark, good to have you along.
Thanks, Scott. Nice to be here.
Kidney disease. Is it my imagination, or do I just hear a lot more about kidney disease now than I did when I was growing up?
It's not your imagination. It's actually a good thing that you're hearing more about it. The National Kidney Foundation has been helping families affected by kidney disease and individuals since 1950 because we want to raise awareness about early detection. We want to promote prevention and emphasize the importance of organ transplantation.
You talk about transplants, and I think that's one of the things when you hear a kidney, oh, gee, he had a transplant, or somebody, because we have 2 kidneys and you can function with one, and yet it's so preventable. And until now, you really haven't heard a lot about that. So I'm delighted that from a branding standpoint, you're telling people high blood pressure, diabetes, watch your weight, you can prevent it.
Absolutely. That's the good news about chronic kidney disease, if there is any, is it's preventable. By controlling your high blood pressure, managing your diabetes, you stand a much greater chance of not being affected by chronic kidney disease. And so it's very important with 26 million Americans. That's 1 out of 9 who are affected by CKD. We want to encourage communities to be part of our community test, our KEEP program, to come on out and be tested for those screenings.
Tell me a little more about that KEEP program and how that all works.
KEEP is our signature program. It stands for Kidney Early Evaluation Program. We bring nephrologists into communities. It's free. We do high blood pressure checks, we do body mass index evaluations, we do a test called microalbumin to see if there's any protein passing through the urine. We also do a complete blood test, a lipid panel test to test for triglycerides, high cholesterol, high phosphorus. But we also do a test called GFR, glomerular filtration rate, which measures the creatinine in the blood to see where a person's kidney function actually lies. And National Kidney Foundation is known for research in establishing the 5 stages of chronic kidney disease.
5 stages. Can we go through those?
5 stages of chronic kidney disease. Stage 5 actually is renal failure. So it's kind of like if you get to a 15% rate of kidney function, you're actually at renal failure and you have to go on dialysis. And so there's about 388,000 people on dialysis in the country.
380,000?
388,000 in the country,
Really?
42,000 in Texas alone. And so we want to reduce that.
Now that's kind of what, 3-4 times a week, isn't it? If
Absolutely.
You're on dialysis.
Our kidneys filtrate 200 liters of blood every day. And so when you end up with renal failure, you end up going on dialysis to filtrate your blood. And that's 3 times a week, 4 times, 4 hours a day. So it's a significant change in your quality of life. And so we really want to continue to prevent chronic kidney disease.
You talk about dialysis and having to do that 3 or 4 times a week. What about transplants? How many people are on a waiting list right now for a transplant?
There's 88,000 people in the country.
88,000
10 people die every day waiting for a kidney transplant. There are about 8,000 here in Texas alone. And so one of National Kidney Foundation's mission is called the End the Wait campaign. We want to not only reduce the number of people on the transplant list, but we want to eliminate the number of people on the transplant list by raising awareness about kidney donation, whether you're a live organ donor or a non-live organ donor.
And that's what I was going to ask about being an organ donor, and I think you have to be like 18, don't you, to be an organ donor? What about the demographics? What about a child that has some type of kidney disease? Where they have to have an adult kidney, I would imagine. Is that not right?
Well,
how does that all work? Or where the dynamics of it? A child, the chances of getting a kidney disease at this age versus this age. What are we talking about?
Well, there's still a lot of research being done. The Donate for Life organization is looking into it. Other physicians are looking at it. There's a lot of research in terms of matching kidneys. There's a lot that goes into it, and so it does vary depending upon the individual.
We talked about things like high blood pressure and diabetes and some of the things that you can do something about your lifestyle and prevent it. But is this a genetic type of thing too?
Well, it can be hereditary, mostly because of ethnicity. African Americans, Hispanic, Latino families, and Asian are more prone to chronic kidney disease. And so, we really want to encourage those communities to get tested either locally by their physician or to come out to one of our kidney screenings by just calling our office and finding out more information.
I know you're not a nephrologist, but I just wondered, do we know why that the African American or Asian or Hispanic are more susceptible to getting kidney disease? Have we zeroed in on why that happens?
Well, not being an expert in the area, I do believe that a lot of it has to do with hereditary. It also has to do with background, and it has to do with lifestyles.
Really? What about some of the other things that just the mission of what you do every single day? You're worried about obviously patient care, but what are some of the things that you'd like to get across to the public today? If I said, hey, Mark, here's your platform. You got 2 or 3 things you really want to let the public know. What might they be?
Well, the National Kidney Foundation, again, its mission is to prevent kidney disease, but to improve the health and well-being of those affected by kidney disease. So we work with professionals, healthcare professionals. We also work with patients and the public to raise awareness about kidney disease. We have programs such as a patient education seminar where communities, families who are affected by chronic kidney disease or even diabetes or high blood pressure can come and receive free information at this seminar from nephrologists, from social workers, from renal dietitians, and nurses. We also do a camp for kids who are affected by chronic kidney disease and urinary tract infections. And so those kids who never have an opportunity to do things like that can come out to our camp, Camp Renal, and have a great time, a great experience. They're on dialysis there at the camp, and just a great opportunity for kids. We also do a professional symposium for professionals to be educated about the importance of testing patients and working with patients about chronic kidney disease. So we have a plethora of programs and outreach efforts within the community.
Some of the folks that are out there now say, hey, Aunt Matilda or Uncle so-and-so has got a kidney issue. Is there a website or a number that they might go to and get some more information?
There is a website. It's www.kidney.org. There's lots of information, lots of research. You can access the website and get information about nutrition, about diabetes, about preventing chronic kidney disease. And so I would encourage your listeners and viewers to go on the website www.kidney.org.
Talk about a plethora of knowledge. You have been that all day
Oh,
today.
thanks so much, Scott.
Thank you, Mark, and thanks for all that the National Kidney Foundation continues to do right here in North Texas.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Great. We're coming right back with more of 5 Talk Street, so don't you go away.